There's your team. We know that there's many others not there because
Indeed. So many.
it takes a village and the world to get everything done. But that's what you were talking about.
Oh yeah, there's the dog.
Look at this. It's so silly. It's perfect.
It's so silly.
Rose and your corgi.
Yeah.
And the crown beds are perfect.
And it's like one of those things, right? You go down the weird rabbit hole because you're like in a Petco one night, or I don't know, wherever I was like stumbling across things. And then you get the little germ and you're like, well, what is there out there? And then once you start Googling, you're just like, could I do can she open a pet store? Because you're like, wow, there's so much crazy stuff out there.
But Ellen DeGeneres did this, right? With her whole pet line. Like everyone.
Oh yeah.
So it's not out of the realm of possibility. Is that a night mask or a sleep mask of a dog bone, right here in front?
It's like a little. I think it's a watery food bowl.
Tray and bowls, yeah.
In like a little bone-shaped silicone thing. We actually rolled up in the little ice bucket or champagne bucket. Our prints, the props buyer does pet portraits as a side hustle. And so she had painted portraits of the corgis that were in Deb's office. So I printed off, she'd sign them for everybody at the thing. So that's like those all rolled up.
Oh, and then you have them on there laying out.
Yeah. Yes, there are. You can see them laying out there. So yeah, that was just, and then the rest of activation was all sorts of crazy things, but
the level of detail we go into that never gets really seen on screen, like you went full
never see it.
I know I did. There were at least some crew members that talked about how much fun everyone was having with the dog stuff on set that day. So that again, you're just like, someone noticed, someone saw it. That's all you can get.
No one sees it until like say I worked on Parks and Rec, and then the poor graphic designer who designed all that stuff, like Treat Yourself, who or shit like that people are wearing now, and you're like, our guy did that, and then
so you see it,
then you feel bad, things like that hit like mainstream, and then nobody ever gets to see it. I love this room.
Yeah, wow. This was definitely one of the fun. We knew all season this one was going to be fun. Larry Arbuckle, Fatty Arbuckle nephew.
Yeah, it's such a great storyline that he won't give over the rights till he has dinner with them or something. So great.
Played by Christopher Lloyd. And so it was like that was just finding the line between like he can't be a total hoarder, but we don't want him to seem too refined of a collector. And so that was kind of the back and forth there. And then this location in Altadena, I don't know if you guys have.
I've shot there.
It's amazing. This room was built for like the World's Fair in Chicago and then shipped here and assembled. So it's just this amazing, it's pretty hard to mess that room up.
And none of the rest of the house looks like this. It's just this room. It's super weird.
How did you get the peacock feathers on set? Don't actors, we have had people ask us to remove them from set.
I don't know. No one asked.
No one cared.
No one poked.
No one cared. My notes on this were, it was like in a quick concept meeting, and they said, we want the level of like Deb Psychic's office from season 2. And I said, great. They said, go for it. I said, can I lean into birds? And they said, yes. And then I said, can I lean into, I don't even remember what else. And they were like, yes. And I was like, great. Okay. that was that. So yeah, it was very fun. We actually removed some birds ultimately.
It's better to have more birds than none.
That's right. That's what I always say. I say, I just want, if you guys come in and want to take things away,
yes,
I will not be offended. I don't want you to come onto a set and ask for more of something.
Yes, that's the nightmare.
Yeah. And then people start coming up with ideas and
no.
No one wants that.
I'm good. This is
Marty's office.
That's cool.
This is one we were going to shoot. No, I think this got written in. The scene got written in at the last minute. And then we were gonna find it in Vegas when we went to shoot there. And then they weren't finding anything in Vegas. And it was like, okay, we're gonna build it on stage. I think it was the last thing we did on stage, probably, maybe. I don't even know if we had a week from when they said we're gonna build it, and construction, you know, they pulled an old set and changed it there. So we're theoretically at the Palmetto. So I was pulling drapes from season 1 and hoping they were gonna work with the set they were pulling out of storage. You know, it was kind of one of those. And then they were gonna be dancing in there. So it was like we couldn't fill it, but it had to look real. In the final edit, they're kind of always shooting in a direction that you just look out the window and see the Vegas skyline, which is all they ultimately wanted. But you know, you can't just say, here's a painted glass green screen. Have fun with that.
Never trust anyone who says we're just gonna look at this one wall.
You can't ever,
Never.
When
you sent this picture, I was like, that's the shot they should have had.
I felt the same.
I also like that, and it's funny you said I pulled curtains from season 1. I was going to comment like, I like how your curtains match the chairs.
Well, that was a random I'm trying to remember what little. I think that painting to the left, there's in Deb's house in the hallway, there's a rental piece that's by the same artist, and so that was like one of my oh, they kind of have Marty and Deb are very similar. Yeah, and then that's the other angle. The vintage slot machine was really the fun thing to put in there.
Oh, right.
That one from RC Vintage. Yeah, we had a lot. It was such a crazy season, and I couldn't even remember like what was in what episode. We shot it so out of order by the end. It was just sort of like everything was bundled together.
So you should repeat that though, because we talked about it before we started. It took almost 2 years to shoot this season.
I think it was a year, 18 months, I think.
Wow.
Start to finish between all, we had
Starts and stops.
Yeah, starts and stops. It was 7 weeks, I think, when Jean had surprise heart surgery. And then we came back and we did Christmas, and then the strike hit. And we came back and we did more Christmas in December when the whole world is doing Christmas.
What's worse, doing Christmas when it's not Christmas, or doing Christmas when it is Christmas?
Doing Christmas.
Answer is all of the above.
All of the above, yes.
Which was this during the writer's strike? You were shooting this season that you're up for now during the writer's strike?
They started shooting November of 2022 and we wrapped February of 2024.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, we were like we'd go to shoot a location. I'd be like, well, we scouted this 10 months ago. Let me look at my notes and see if it makes sense anymore. Yeah.